And welcome back to another episode of Barbershop Talk Like This. I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Dice the Barber.
Kush is always in the building.
And today in the building, we got my man, stand-up comedian, actor, writer, Mr. Byron Bowers. What up, dog?
What's up, man? How y'all doing, man? Thank y'all for
Good
having
with
me.
it, player?
ATL's
It's good to
on.
see y'all outside, back in front of the
barbershop.
chairs. You know what I mean? In the chairs,
Hey, oh wait, before you do that.
Oh shit.
We gotta. I'm gonna inform you.
said, "Fuck
we
that
got
shit,
we
I'm
got a
ready to go."
couple. We got a couple things that we do when we start our show out.
Okay.
First of all, we thank God for waking us up this morning, allowing each and every last one of us to be here. Thank you for blessing us and blessing our families, and just for more future progress. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. And you
The
welcome.
second thing we do is we kick the show off with a shot. So we all have our shots. Salute to you.
Salute.
Salute, Kush.
Skull heads up in here. Skull heads.
Bang, bang.
I was looking at the skulls because y'all got like skulls, and I got this little baby skull, and I was like, I didn't know they made baby shot glasses.
Well, this is our show, so we get the big skulls.
That's fucked up.
Actually-
you're supposed to be gracious.
Actually,
to the guests, nigga.
I had four of those. I don't know what happened to the other two.
Dice
And
stole 'em.
somebody gave
Nigga, I
me
ain't
these
take
two.
shit, nigga.
Somebody
Dice
gave me these
stole
two, so I started using these. And
Why the fuck did I steal?
I don't mind conjoined head twin skulls. That's what they need. More retarded skulls to drink out of. Y'all got some symmetric acting skulls, and we got like real fucked up. This is more of what I need to be drinking out of anyway. If you gonna drink an alcoholic beverage out of a skull, it should be somebody that was bashed in the head or some shit.
I got the bastard skull.
I got an autism skull. I'm drinking out of it.
just
I'm gonna be real fucked up. I'm gonna be saying all type of shit.
hey, y'all don't even understand what this show about to be.
I
tonight,
already
dog.
know, nigga. This nigga's comedy is fucking hilarious, dog.
Hey,
I got
yo,
to tell
B,
you, dog.
B is hilarious, and it's funny because he always when he's being funny, his face
He's
some
like just
niggas
nonchalant
laugh,
with
yeah,
it.
some
A real
niggas laugh
straight
like
face,
his
nigga.
face be
Look at
straight
him.
as
Look
hell.
at him.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's very serious. You know, my shit started as being serious. Like, my niggas told me that I should do this shit, but yeah, it was a place of seriousness, like of being just whatever.
Tell
And
her the
then,
truth.
well, yeah, or my dad has my dad's schizophrenic, so
Nigga.
we similarly have similar thoughts. Or the person that taught you about life
Look at that nigga eyes
is,
right now.
was whatever. You know what I mean? So the questions I had was crazy.
This nigga stupid as hell. Hey, nigga,
Listen.
the nigga said his dad was schizophrenic. He wished the shit was something different because schizophrenic too hard to spell.
Yeah, it's hard to spell. So I wish he had AIDS. It would be easy. And it's easy to talk about. Everybody know AIDS, especially in Atlanta, because we #1 for AIDS. Shout out to Atlanta for being #1 for AIDS.
Number one of these.
Shout
nigga.
out to him.
But
man.
it's
Don't
easy to
fuck
talk about
nothing in
that.
That's because they got a lot of, I ain't gonna go there, but
I was
you know.
I was gonna ask you a question about that because I know you mentioned that in the shop before about your father being schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Now, was that something that he dealt with prior to you being born, or was that something that
That's the
developed
thing.
after?
We don't know, and is hints of that there.
You put him there.
But now he's so far gone. When the thing with the
damn.
schizophrenic, it can be triggered by weed. And it's crazy because I ain't really smoked until I was 35, which is damn near the cutoff point for mental health. But I instinctively did that. You know what I mean? So he might have had it the whole time. When I look back at life, the crazy part that we go through as kids or these people is we don't know what was real or what was not as an adult now.
Right.
So now I'm at the age that I'm fumbling through.
So how old was you when he was diagnosed?
I think I was around, when I found out about it, I had to be around like teenagers or maybe like 13 or 14, if I'm correct.
Did he fight in any wars or anything?
He was in the Navy. I don't think he fought in the war. I know he was in the boiler room.
So did he beat your ass extra? I mean,
No, I got some whoopings from everybody,
funny,
but
Dice.
I mean, no, this is how this is funny.
nigga.
It's your humor.
We
but
having a real moment right here. You
can't
gonna
take
take it
it.
to
I
somebody
know him.
else.
I know him though,
But
nigga.
these
I mean,
guys-
he talks
that's
about
the
this shit
problem.
freely,
Yeah,
bro.
that's the problem to me, and that's
Like,
that's the
nigga.
problem I go through because I'm like, no, people should be able to talk about this, and I come from a non-judgy place, so people I talk to talk about motherfuckers they shot and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in a joking way.
Yeah,
And I'm
so
like,
so
But
I
see,
mean,
I
that's why
human
that's why I'm
makes-
asking. I mean, because he wasn't diagnosed until you was a teenager, but you said maybe he had signs. So that's why I'm asking. Like, did he beat your ass extra? You know what I mean?
No,
and,
it was
and
a
then
thing
like,
like-
you was like, that's why he beat my ass like that because he fucking crazy.
No, it wasn't. It was some major whoopings I got that I probably it was some whoopings I got that were major, but it wasn't no. My mom whoopings were crazy.
Mine too.
Imagine looking like the nigga that your mom that it didn't work out. So you don't know if she whooping you or if she whooping
for the nigga that it
that
didn't work
nigga. You
out.
know what I
You
mean?
look like the nigga that she.
Yeah, that's
can't
the
stand
that
right
love.
now.
That's
You like
the,
motherfucker.
yeah. She'll say shit like we were soulmates and but it didn't work out. Like they never were married or nothing. So
Yeah.
and you look like the nigga, and then you act like you to
You
them.
act like the
To my
nigga,
mom's side of the
yeah.
family, I act like them. So
Yeah.
I get shunned for
You
that.
got the mannerisms, all of that.
Yeah,
shit.
and I didn't know till I was sitting there one day and I'm looking at him and we sitting the same. It's like years later, like I'm 30 something now, and I'm
Yeah.
trying to catch up with him and forgive him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And
I feel that.
yeah, and I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him. And it's like watching myself, and I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about that?
Now you know it's now as an adult, it's an adjustment because you see where I see where I don't fit in society.
Yeah.
Like I almost had a breakdown I had an anxiety attack one day because I'm like, oh shit, my dad is in some weird room sitting by himself, and I'm in some weird room sitting by myself.
Damn.
Secluded from the world,
Right.
far from family. You know what I mean?
But you feel comfortable like that though.
Now because that's just what it
Nigga, he
is.
said he had a nervous breakdown. Nobody feels comfortable during a nervous breakdown, motherfucker.
But no, I had to realize like it's not real. The thing that I was feeling wasn't real.
Yeah.
So I'm comfortable in it because I might have dodged a bullet for now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also like nervous, like man, ain't no telling where my mind gonna be in 20 years.
And what could trigger?
So what do you?
Yeah, it could be triggered because the
right.
thoughts I have I have triggering thoughts of like, and I almost done things. Like I almost, killed myself. I almost blew my job up when I had a job.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
What was your thought process through all that?
I need an OG.
Well, I didn't have the thought process was like the same as like people don't really could talk about if they would have done or not, and tell the youth how to not do it.
Yeah, yeah.
The kids that are really like shooting up schools and shit. So
Right.
the thought process is like I'm gonna teach people a lesson. The same thought process you hear when people who done it. It's like the world is fucked up. I'm about to show them the truth, or I'm about to show them a way of not being fucked up and teach them all a lesson. It's the same thought process.
So what made you not go through with all that?
Instincts, man. Instincts. I
ain't
still
wanna
grew up.
die.
I still grew up. It ain't about that, because by the time you reach that mind state, you dead. You mentally, you
Yeah.
already,
Yeah.
you already don't
But
give a fuck.
there's still a pulse in you, and there's still a
well,
conscience
apparently,
that.
because
Nah, not really, not really, because
He's telling you. Let
Yeah.
him tell you, nigga. He
You
been
know,
through it. You ain't been
yeah,
through
I
that.
think what really helped me, like, really like that part of growing up in the church and learning to trust instincts or God. That's like, nigga, don't do.
That voice in you.
Yeah, that feeling. It's a strong feeling that like don't do it. And then on some fucked up shit, I didn't do the job shit, and then 9/11 happened, and the whole industry went down, and I was like, look at God.
Amen.
That's crazy.
He took
Know
the
what I mean?
wole industry out.
But the thing, and,
Telecom, the
know what
whole
I mean?
telecom thing failed.
And look where you are now.
And look where I'm at now. That's why I say,
Right.
and I started talking. Now I'm slowly starting to talk about these things because I see how it can help people.
Right.
You know? What
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah. I was gonna ask you like that makes you feel better that you could talk about it now.
Yeah.
Know what I mean, and kind of let it out instead of holding it in to make you might want to think about doing some shit like that again.
And
right?
the fact I'm in show business and I feel like they shun me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, fuck it. Let's go directly to the people. That's like none of my comedy was relatable.
yeah,
I'm making these jokes and people like, man, why the fuck you weird? Why you think like that? And it's like, okay, now let me. And I told the story on This Is Not Happening about the day I found out my dad smoked crack.
mm-hmm.
And how that left me feeling abandoned. I got to do something.
Yeah.
And then cutting to me selling crack myself
Okay.
and getting
Crazy.
head from a
Crack.
junkie, behind a store
Right.
in a Honda. And she a lesbian. She don't even really suck dick. She uncomfortable. and I'm uncomfortable. And when you get some uncomfortable head, you look for inspiration.
Right, because you can't
Yeah.
be inspired.
He said some uncomfortable head.
You look for
can't take you,
inspiration.
nigga.
You look
I can't
around.
take you.
So I look up, and it's a basketball court there, and it's a father and son playing basketball, and I almost start crying. While I was
Because
getting
you're
hit.
thinking about, I mean,
Yeah,
how
and
you
I,
really-
well,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is how I ended up in this position.
Damn.
Cause the day my dad smoked crack, I went to the projects where my cousin died at to shoot basketball. I never really was good at the sport,
Yeah,
but to keep from like dealing with what's going on, I'm out there shooting hoops and I'm missing,
right.
and I'm scared because I'm in projects that I'm not from, and I watch them drive off. You know what I mean? So when I see that father and son playing basketball, I'm like, man, if I would have had that moment, I probably wouldn't be here getting my dick sucked in the thing.
Yeah.
And then it was
By
a
a lesbian
healing.
crackhead.
It was a healing with that, right?
That nigga said by 11.
Yeah, it was like, oh shit, this is how I'm here, and I shouldn't be here.
Did you stop her?
No, hell no, I can't. No, you don't.
He got inspired. Man.
Yeah, you don't stop.
I mean, you
Nah.
crying. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
the thing.
I mean,
Hold
I
on.
mean, you want to cry, but you're getting your dick
Dice,
sucked by a lesbian
na-
crackhead. and
name
you
a
still
time.
busted.
Name a time that you stopped the chick from sucking you.
Well, here's the
I
thing.
never been in that
when I
that
first-
situation.
But
what do
though,
I
know what
look
mean,
like?
like
What
your
do
dick
I
might
look
go
like?
limp and be like, damn.
Hey,
like,
I'm
this
sorry.
fucked
What do I look like going back to my OG telling him, because he couldn't do it, so he sent me that I gave away the rock, you know, and I didn't finish. or nothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I feel you.
It's an uncomfortable situation for everybody involved, but we just gonna see it through. You know what I mean?
like, you wanna know what? This gotta happen. Like, it's fucked up that I'm
Where
seeing
you
this,
from
but I gotta
originally?
bust this nut.
I was born in Athens, Georgia. You know, 100,000 people. I would say it's a small town. You know what I mean? Religious. You a local in a college town, in a white college
all
town.
They got is
Wow.
college, all they got is UGA up
Yeah.
there. That's it.
And think about how you know how racism play out in towns, but imagine that with Athens they do it by college and locals.
Yep.
So you get shunned if you're a local versus if you're a college student. You know what I mean?
Man, that's fucked up.
And they had a bar that sold niggeritas in town.
niggeritas.
Yeah, and they were good from what I heard.
Yep.
Not a margarita, but a
Niggeritas, yeah.
Ain't that a bitch?
What does a nigga read?
Like, is
I
it
guess
some
it's extra
in it?
sweet. I guess it's sweet on the
With
sugar on the
Hennessy?
rim instead of the.
With Hennessy?
They put
It
watermelon in
That
there.
nigga
Yeah,
said
it was
they
a
put
watermelon
Hennessy in
flavor.
it.
Yeah.
Was it watermelon?
I think it was watermelon
Yeah,
flavor,
that's
yeah.
fucking
This nigga said it's Hennessy in it.
Yeah, Hennessy. instead
No, I mean,
of-
Hey,
yo,
no,
yo,
no,
yo,
no,
yo,
real
yo.
shit. No,
It's-
real
I
shit.
mean, it's watermelon flavored with fucking fried chicken crumbles around the rim.
Nigga, I'm gonna need you
Nigga,
to
that would
finish.
be-
Hold on, I'm gonna need you to finish your sentence without sounding like a car starting up in the wintertime. Nigga, slow your ass down and say what you gotta say.
You know what's crazy though? Until you start telling these stories, like you already consider weird growing up, and all these things happen. You know what I mean? And you know, and then you slowly start to tell these stories. Cause I had reputations. You know what I mean? They niggas thought I was scared of pussy. I had a reputation on a certain point in time. I was scared of pussy, but niggas didn't know I fucked my babysitter when I was 10. You know what I mean? And I held on to that shit.
Did people think you was weird growing up or something?
People think I'm weird because your thought process is different. When you bounce around, just imagine you grow like my homeboy. He's been in the same house since he was a kid. He got brothers and sisters, same father. And then you a nigga who bounced around place to place. The state separated you from your mom at one point. You deal with death differently, and all these things. So yeah, you coming from your foundation is different, and that's what you coming from. And you country, and you dress funny and shit.
Yeah.
And you
One of the things I do respect about you though is that you are an open book, that you lay shit out there. You know,
Yeah.
because like for me, like growing up, my father passed away when I was 11. My whole entire life, they told me he died of kidney failure, which he did have kidney failure. He had no kidneys when he passed away. However, before my grandfather passed away, he laid down the truth. He's like, man, your father died of AIDS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even at that time, shit, when I learned that, nigga, I was fucking 35, 36 years old, and it was still hard for me to digest. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to speak that out loud for a minute felt weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like people look at you like, damn, your daddy died of AIDS? Nigga, do you got AIDS? Did he have AIDS when you was
Yeah,
your
that
mama?
was
Like,
quite, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I'm here. I'm 42 years old. I'm healthy. I got kids, and, you know, I don't have AIDS. So, you know, it's easier for me to talk about now.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, I respect what you do, bro.
Yeah, and it's a version of that because we would be hanging out. We would be the niggas hanging out together.
Right.
You know what I mean? After a while, by the time we got to 20s, it's something about being in the 20s, especially in Atlanta, because your height is all black.
Yeah.
So now you segregated by you know, values and like the disrespect and shit I got came from within the community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they like, oh, you could tell this nigga is probably wasn't raised right, but you don't know.
Now, with the way your comedy is, and you know, like how much of a dark person you are, do you think that kind of got you the role on the Shy for the person that you was playing? Because like you really bodied that role.
Yeah, that
You
role on the
bodied
Shy,
the
that nigga
fuck
was
out of
weird
that
as
role.
shit.
You know,
Like,
I
I mean,
think
because
you
I mean,
bodied the fuck
I
out of
think
that
I
shit,
think
dog.
that role is like I was like, nigga, that's B.
For
Well,
those of y'all that don't know, Byron played
The Haitian.
the Haitian dude. What's his name?
Mildred.
On the Shy
that bought
in
the
the
gun.
first
Yeah.
season. So
You want some of that spider?
if y'all watch the Shy in the first season,
You want some of that
y'all know
spider?
how he
I got
was.
That shit is
my
funny
tattoo,
as
I only
shit.
got one tattoo is of a spider.
It's
you
a
know what I
spider.
mean?
You want some of that
Why
spider? Don't
did
let her
you
get
get
you
that?
with that spider.
The spider to me represents the creator of one of the most alluring and symmetric. As an architect,
Yeah.
he creates this very symmetric piece that's very strong,
Yeah.
and it trap things. You know what I mean? And coming from a family of addictions, you know what I mean. The web represents the trap. You know what I mean, which is hard to get out of.
Coming from Atlanta.
Yeah, and it's like, oh shit, you know, this thing creates the trap, so it represents being in a trap, which is the hood, or mentally trying to get out of that situation, and also creating the traps that we create for ourselves.
Yeah.
Also,
You're
that's
the
dope.
creator.
One of those
the
traps that
I like the meaning of that.
it's like I like how he put that in there, because one of the traps for us as black people is that we always want to get out the hood. Everybody has this dream of making it out the hood.
We should invest
But
in the hood.
but when you do get out the hood and you do a lot of people don't go back. Two, those and I understand sometimes, because those in the hood will be like, oh, he acting funny now because he don't live in the hood no more. It's like it's a catch-22. It's like, nigga, you want to be out of here. I want to be out of here. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, because we shouldn't want to get out. We should just want to change our environment.
We
that
should
we
invest
live
in
It's
the
tough.
hood.
It's
Know what
tough.
I mean, buy the houses in the hood.
we can, but it comes at a cost. Like I left, and I ain't gonna say I never went back, but it's hard to go back to the mentality. And you know what I like about my story?
But you do got to go back to get grounded to appreciate where you are.
well, you can
gotta
never
go
leave
home
it.
to
You
see
never
your
leave
family.
it. You never leave
You gotta
it.
go home to
No,
see
but
your
we ain't.
family.
When I'm in
we ain't
when-
talking about that.
When
We
I'm in
just talking
when
about-
I'm in France and other countries, you know that shit is there.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When you
Yeah.
when I'm in Hollywood and I'm around niggas, quote unquote, these niggas ain't niggas to me. And some of these black excellent
Right.
shit ain't niggas to me. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So and they showing me. You
Right.
know, they showing me, but I'm like, no, I have violent thoughts, but I'm like, I could show you.
Better than
I can
could
show
tell
you niggas if you really want.
Yeah,
You don't
I
think
mean,
I'm black?
My niggas ain't like my niggas ain't even on social media.
Yeah, you know. So
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Exactly. It's
so,
like nigga, fuck that. But back to the road though.
But yeah, the road.
yeah,
That,
yeah, I
I
wanna
mean, this,
talk about
we all
that.
talking about the road though.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
this is the road, you know, of me playing, tapping into that part of myself, and at the same time having a family member on trial.
Mm-hmm.
You know, while I'm doing this,
Right.
for doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
So did you feel like nigga, like y'all wrote this role for me? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like when
Yeah.
you seen it was like, nigga, like I'm about to body this shit. Like y'all don't even understand. Like this is me.
Yeah, I'm walking in talking, and at one point, it never felt like I was acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
Yeah,
didn't
it
feel
felt like
you
that.
were
It
acting,
felt like that.
watching
Know what I mean,
your ass
well,
on
the
that
reason why
shit.
is because we know you.
Yeah.
Know what I
I
mean, so
did.
for people who don't know you, you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
that shit. Know what I mean, it felt genuine.
For me,
You know what I mean,
who
like
didn't
you
know
took that role, bro.
They know you. For
On
me,
some
who
hood
didn't
shit,
know that
you-
shit was real as
Yeah,
fuck.
when the camera say
And then
cut,
you seen him was like, yo, that's the
Yeah.
nigga.
Now I know your comedy before I did, like, and I've seen your comedy and didn't put the two and two together.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize he was you from your stand-up comedy until afterwards when we was getting ready. Now, oh shit,
Yeah.
that's fam.
and it's people that write like, man, you better acted than a comedian. I'm
My
like,
nigga.
this motherfucker.
Bodied that role.
But I'm
nigga.
new
they
to
shoulda
this.
Brought your
Yeah.
ass back.
So I'm gonna do more, but this how I started comedy. Them niggas like, you should do this,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because I remember when they would be like cut and everybody would leave, I would still sit in the fucking trap in my house as in character. I would leave. I would sit there. and
Like I
embody
feel
it.
comfortable here.
It's not. It's so uncomfortable, but it reminds me of what I left. When you talk about going, leaving,
Exactly.
want to leave the
Yeah,
hood.
exactly.
That
That
looks
It
like
brought you
Washington.
back. It brought you
looks
back
like
brought me
home.
back to like that feeling made me be like, you know, I used to hang out. I remember hanging out in Eastwick a lot, which is off Candler Road.
Yeah.
And niggas would just play cars ever and drink. And this nigga was like, man, you can go far. You need to leave here. This nigga named Dre. You know, I want to give him fuck it, no names, cause I want to give this nigga power. But this nigga was like, I love you. Weird shit. You know, you don't hear niggas express emotion like that.
Yeah.
Especially
then, like within 2 weeks, this nigga murdered my fucking, best friend's sister and the baby.
Damn. God
So
damn.
My reasons for getting out and never going back is like fueled of seeing like a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And then
And this
like,
is the nigga that told you to leave, and he did that shit.
well, they see niggas see
Wow.
hood niggas see some shit and like how you hear basketball players
Yeah.
like they didn't let me do these things.
Mhm.
I slightly was like I was the nerdy whatever. I would read fucking nature magazines
Yeah.
while niggas get high and do shit. So
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean it's just it ain't, and people think it's dark, but it's normal.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man, like, I got some stories,
Yeah,
too.
corner
bro.
stories.
You know what I'm saying?
These are the
listen,
stories
bro, like, I
was-
got some stories,
I
nigga.
remember when I first left Kansas City, came out here, and I was here for like 4 months, and I had to go back home to, basically reboot. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't quite ready for California. I didn't know what California was about.
Yeah.
I feel that.
And I had to reboot. And so I went back home for a year, and I left to come back. And I remember I talked to one of my homies back home. He was like, such and such said, yo, that nigga gonna be back. And such and such said, yo, that nigga gonna be back. He said, I told him, hey, man, cuz ain't coming back.
Yeah.
Like, cuz ain't coming
Yeah.
back. And
I had to do the same
I've been out
shit.
this motherfucker
all
19
went-
years.
we
Yeah,
all
I
went
was
through
here,
that
and I
shit.
mean, went back for about a year. I missed it, you know what I'm saying, and came back. Like, I mean, my story about leaving the hood was like me personally, like I sold a lot of weed back home. I mean, I used to move like 100 pounds a week. I mean, for my Jamaican niggas and shit. But
Congratulations,
I mean,
first off.
I mean, but the thing is,
That's not easy.
No. But the thing is, I mean,
Not
Congratulations,
glorifying
first
it,
off.
but I trap
No.
a little bit, and that's it. Trapping and corporate is similar. The same problems I
like,
have in
yo,
both.
like we had a big system going on, bro. Know what I mean? And my situation was like when I left. Now, I mean, I kind of passed like everything that I was doing down to a lot of people. Nigga, a year later after I left, everybody got hit. Know what I mean? It was so big. Know what I mean? In the motherfucking newspaper that like they had a triangle that trickled down. Know what I mean, to everything,
picture
nigga.
went
Know what
on?
I mean? No, nigga. Know what I mean? But if I would have been home,
Your
I
picture would've been
would have
on
been
it.
at the top of the motherfucking list, nigga. Know what I mean?
They
And know what I
got
mean?
busted
And
after
know what I
you
mean?
left.
And I mean, I thank God. Know what I mean, that I made the decision that I did. Know what I mean, because I wouldn't have been here to see my daughter grow up. Know what I mean, to where she is. I would have never had my son.
Why'd I get
You know what I'm
busted
saying? Know what I
after you
mean,
left?
like nigga, I don't
Shout
know.
out to
Nigga, know what I mean,
Domingo.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Know what I mean, and I
That's
told. Know what I
hilarious.
mean, listen, I told niggas before I left. I said, yo. Y'all flashing too much,
That's
dog.
what it happens,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Know what I mean, like y'all got better cars than the cops, nah, nigga. Know what I mean, and y'all riding around in these. Like, you need to get a squatter. Know what I mean, to ride around and do what you do, and then have your nice one for when you take your lady out. Know what I mean, these niggas was flossing in front of these
understand.
motherfucking
Hey,
niggas.
real
know what I
shit.
You
mean?
get a little jealous.
Hey,
I mean, if
No, I
I was
mean,
the police-
no. The cops like, nigga, I know you don't have no job. You know what I'm saying? Know
But
what I mean,
I'm-
I did construction while I was doing what I was doing, so I always had a backup. You know what I mean? These niggas wasn't doing shit, but doing what they was doing. And I mean, I told them before I left, I said, yo, stop flashing in front of these motherfucking niggas. And I mean, and it came back. A nigga cop, know what I mean, nigga wanted to be a blood. Nigga got caught up in a motherfucking murder. They connected him to my motherfucking peoples, know what I mean? And then they ended up motherfucking getting shit back to fucking Jamaica. Know what I mean? It was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? And I'm glad that I made it out. You know what I'm saying, to be where where I am today, because I would have never seen my daughter be, know what I mean, see her grow up and me help her grow up to be a woman. Know what I mean, I would have never had my fucking son. I would have never been here.
This what I know. This some real shit. This some real shit you're gonna hear from what he's saying and what I said. When I was out hustling, and I'm a little nigga. You see how big this nigga is? This nigga would walk into a room and get respect.
No, you got that wrong. He's not big. He's fat. You
It
understand?
don't matter.
There's
That
a
works.
difference.
Hey,
He
nigga,
ain't
always
Herbalife
been
got
this fat.
dice in
Go ahead,
shape.
go ahead,
He
go ahead,
fat
go
in
ahead.
shape.
But imagine a little nigga coming in.
This nigga try to get serious. Go ahead.
Imagine
He's
a
fat
little
in
nigga
shape.
coming
I
in
just
trying
wanna
to
hear
move something. You know you gonna get shot at. You know niggas trying to rob. It's gonna add to your paranoia already, right?
Off top.
And this some shit they don't tell you. The biggest pharmaceutical, we was dealing with crack, right? The biggest pharmaceutical, I was in a town with a pharmaceutical production company. So the people who was moving all the shit was
Pfizer.
legal anyway. And I remember standing
Right.
outside this building like they won.
Yeah.
We temporary.
Yeah.
They'll bust us,
They
move us
permanent.
off the street and replace us with a younger group. You know what I mean?
Right.
And once you start to see those
Expendable.
patterns, you
Yeah.
you realize like this is a game.
I mean,
Hey.
like, listen, like when I seen how bad things was going,
Nigga,
I
other people want to talk too.
I honestly was like, yo, like this might be the time to leave. You know what I mean? Because I'm either gonna be dead or I'm gonna be locked the fuck up
That's
for
it.
a
You was
long
gonna be
ass
in
fucking
jail as
time,
a
bro.
gladiator.
I'ma tell you
If
like
you
this, know
move
what I'm
weight,
saying?
if you
Like,
move weight, there's some true shit.
Nah,
If
I
you
mean-
move weight or you move guns or whatever you move, you're moving it for somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like,
You're
listen, bro.
moving
Know
it
what
for
I mean,
somebody else.
I
Ultimately.
I never wanted to be labeled as a kingpin, so that's why I bought these two white boys in. Know what I mean, from these two different
Yeah.
white
Don't
areas.
tell
Know
him
what I
too
mean,
much.
so
yeah.
You're talking too much.
Yeah, we're not.
I
gonna
got
go
a
down
question, nigga, because I
I'm not
seen
saying
one
no
of your. I
names,
seen. I
but I'm
know,
just saying,
but I
but-
know this story alone is too much, nigga, and this shit goes
I got a
out.
story to tell. You know what I mean?
I
That
got
was
a
it.
question.
Heard
I got
that
a
story
question.
before.
I got a question, nigga, because I was watching one of your bits. I thought this one of the smartest shits I ever seen, nigga. This nigga said in one of his routines, nigga. This nigga said how he keeps from cops from getting on his ass is this nigga wears a camo jacket with the American flag on the back because they ain't gonna shoot the American. That's one of the smartest shits I ever heard in my
Yeah.
life, my nigga. That nigga said they're not gonna shoot the American flag.
They not,
nigga.
man.
They not.
And you know what?
And that's some real ass shit.
It's
They
some real
won't.
shit, but
They won't.
those pieces come from survival. Those pieces come from
legit.
If you follow the pattern down on some metaphysical acid
Legit.
mushroom shit,
Legit.
it's a nigga from the country who moved to the hood of the A wearing country clothes and had to figure out a way.
to stay alive.
Yeah. So that American flag jacket was a fake Nike shirt at one time or whatever it took or niggas hand-me-downs to survive, you know, just to get from one place to another. So, yeah. And then you see how patriotic people are
Yeah.
versus, you know, it beats racism.
Yeah.
And when you leave America, you are an American. Like, we treated black here, we might get shot at and shit, but when we go to, like, fucking the Middle East and shit, they gonna look at us as they look at white people sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they know they find out you black American, you get more leeway.
Yeah.
Cause they know what happened to you over here. But
Yeah.
when your passport blue, they gonna
They
hold
already
you held
looking
it.
at you
American.
suspect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
they
an
don't know.
American.
Yeah, you probably over here to scout or to shoot or the bomb
Spy,
shit yourself.
yeah.
And you start to figure out things we done in other countries. The same shit we
They've
complain about.
done in other countries.
Well,
we the
we-
bullies, nigga.
We.
No,
Yeah,
when he's saying that,
I know what he's
he
saying.
means the U.S. government.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We
Okay,
is
I
only
got you.
attached
I got you. I got
by
you.
geography.
I got you.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
ain't
yeah.
done shit.
Yeah.
we
But
are-
once you sign your name,
Nah, I get it.
Yeah, you are
I
a
get it.
number.
I
you
get it.
affiliate.
I get it.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
You affiliate.
didn't-
You
nigga,
guilty
Yeah,
by
once you join
association.
the- once you join the
You
military-
like the nigga in the hood that's not really in the gang,
but you in the
still
gang.
affiliated.
Yeah, you guilty by
it's people get
association.
orders to do stuff they don't want to do. They can't question the orders.
Right.
So imagine that life.
They can. They just choose not to.
Well, it comes at a price.
That's okay.
And that's a
sometimes-
high-ass price.
Sometimes that price is worth it. You know, I'm gonna tell you one of the things I never really understood about being in the streets is being afraid of that top nigga, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because I
You want
always
another
felt-
shot?
No, I was, but I want to listen to what he's saying.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I always felt like to me, nigga, you a man just like I'm a man. Nigga, just like I can die, you can die. You know what I'm saying? So I never understood the fall in line type shit where you listen to another nigga, a nigga give you orders and you go do it. Because I'm going to tell you this, when I came out here, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in my neighborhood, most of my niggas was Crips, you know what I'm saying? So it was always cuz. But then when I moved to L.A., and I realized these niggas really move like some military type shit. Like
Yeah.
an OG from the set could really pull up and tell young niggas like, yo, go put in work over here. And these niggas go do it.
Yeah.
And where I'm from, nigga, that shit's not gonna fly. You pull up on a nigga like, yo, go put in some work. They gonna be like, okay, where your gun at? No, they gonna be like, where your gun at? Because you coming with me. I'm not going to do something because you said do it. I'm
Right.
here to handle shit with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I just never understood the mentality of a nigga who listens to another man. Like, nigga, we all men.
Yeah, we all men.
And at the same point in time, like, I don't give a fuck what level you in, rather you in a gang, you in the military, you in a cartel, whatever the fuck it is. Like, at some point in time, if a nigga tell you to do something and you don't agree, nigga, stand your ground and be like, no.
Yeah, can't
It's true.
no
But it
other man
happens
make
in-
me do something.
It happens
that I
in
don't-
legit
that I
businesses.
don't want to do.
It happens in legit businesses. It happens in sports and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they say subconsciously we look for a leader.
Right.
That's why
Right.
we have
Right.
a God and stuff.
You
And
know what I mean? But a lot of that comes from not having a father too. You know what
But
I mean?
look,
I mean, it adds to it. But tribal, even back in
Yeah.
tribal days, we still had a hierarchy
tribes,
somebody we listen to. Now the problem of not having a father said that's why I heard that in some weird shit, and it stuck to me why it's more women in the church in black churches than dudes, because dude has a problem. Most black men who grow up without a father have a problem with authority, and God is the authority in church.
Right.
So when we go to church, we're most likely to be like the dip from church and sin and stuff, and then come back and be like, I fucked up or whatever. Versus women, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was funny because I was telling my daughter this the other day, and I was telling her, you know, you have to stand your ground. Don't let nobody make you feel less than what you are. Because I was telling her, I remember one time when I was young, I was like 17, 18 years old. It was the first real job that I had out once I graduated high school. And they fired me, and they said it was a mistake that wasn't a mistake. And I was telling her, to this day, I allowed them people to fire me, and I walked out of there without saying my piece. You understand what I'm saying? And so even at 42, again, I was 18 at the time.
And that shit ate you up, didn't
it still eats me up to this day. But I had another job later on, and they tried to accuse me of stealing. And I cussed them motherfuckers out up and down, left and right, and proved my point to show them I am not this person. I am the person that you hired to handle your job or whatever.
Right.
And, you know, and they were all apologetic and sorry for what had happened. And, you know, I was just telling her the difference.
And it's good that you did that because...
And I was just telling her the difference in being able to stand up for yourself rather than to lie down and take somebody else's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you know you're not in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I just believe in always standing up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers say I might die. But guess what? Like they said, it's better to die like a man than to live like a fucking cow.
Well, with me, I was the opposite. I laid down. I feel like I laid down a lot. I was bullied. But after a certain point, you can't lay down no more. After a lot of failures, you know what I mean? You once you feel you lost everything, or you feel like you know whatever, then you really start to get up. It's nothing. It's no more to lose, and that's an even crazier mentality.
You can't lay down, man. We've been sleeping. Too long.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like we've been sleeping too long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For us to be laying down.
Well, I agree with you now, but now is when you my mentality now is like it's even worse. It's even worse now because you got the anger on top of that from laying down so long. So you easily triggered by something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yo, I want to ask you a question. How's Jimmy Kimmel?
He's cool. He's a cool guy. When I met him, man, he likes comedy. Like, he one of the guys that when I met him, he wasn't like, this is a job. He was just like, what's up? And we talked backstage, talked a little shit, and then it was just go time.
Yeah, you know what I mean? For y'all that don't know, you know what I mean? He was on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
I did Kimmel, man. I done a few stand-ups. I'm the first to do
what
an
you
AIDS
did?
joke.
I mean, tell people.
I did Kimmel. I did Colbert. You know what I mean? My Colbert set was like the first of its kind. For the future generations of comedians who feel like they have to be clean. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm trying to like let people voice those dark thoughts or whatever they have, just to let people know that this is human to have these thoughts. They don't mean you're a bad person.
Right.
And they're funny.
Right.
Yeah.
And
they're funny as shit.
You gotta make shit funny, you know what I mean, for every situation, you know what I mean, to stay young.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, I think comedy keeps you young.
Even with Meldrick, man, like it's real niggas, especially in the South and where you from, Kansas City, that are soulful dudes that just so happen to shoot people.
Right.
And they ask God for forgiveness and stuff like that, but they still spiritual. It's just sometimes they have to do this thing, or sometimes this is their job in life.
Bro, it's funny that you say that because at the time when I was out there in the streets, and I was doing shit that I knew wasn't right, bro, I still prayed. I'd be like, God, I know this ain't right. Look, I know this ain't right. Yeah, nigga, look, I'd be like, nigga, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'd be like, I know this ain't right, but please protect me while I go and do this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like I did, and fortunately for me to this day, like I have never served time behind bars. I have been arrested twice in my life.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So I always keep
You never been
with
locked
you.
up?
Not for no time, nigga.
Knock on wood.
What's the longest you ever been in
72
jail?
hours.
Oh, damn.
Knock on wood.
Nigga,
none of that. Nothing for me.
What about you?
None of that for me.
Hey, listen,
Nah.
I don't.
You ever been locked up, Kush?
I don't.
How long?
Longest I did was 10 days.
Oh, damn.
What about you?
2 weeks.
Yeah, see, I don't believe in getting locked up.
Yeah, I was taught not
You know
to.
what I'm saying? Like I always try like.
My shit was for child support, so I had to wait for my court date.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh yeah, well,
different.
that's different.
Nigga, listen.
Fighting
Yeah,
with a
hold
cop,
on. Here's the
buckhead
thing.
the
This is what
night
I don't
where
understand.
Lewis
Nigga, how
stabbed
you
that
moving hundreds of pounds and you don't pay your fucking child support, nigga? That's just stupid.
No, it wasn't. No. I was paying my fucking child support, but I was doing a lot more for my daughter. Know what I mean, to where I shouldn't even have been on that motherfucker.
That don't matter.
Yeah, they don't. That's the
I-
thing
I
about
know they don't
court.
see
They
that.
don't.
No, I mean,
yeah.
yo. It's funny because my daughter's mom one time when we was going to child support court, she was like, "He sells drugs. He got money." I was like, "Bitch, like, are you serious right now?"
Yeah.
I'd have ran out that courthouse top speed, nigga. Shoo.
No. The judge told her. The judge was like, "That's irrelevant."
Yeah, that's irrelevant to the case. That's
you
one
know what I'm
good
saying?
thing.
Like, no, I mean,
'Cause
that
we
ain't
can't
that
track
has
that
nothing
money.
to do with.
That's good about court. That's how I
You know what
learned how
I'm
to
saying?
maneuver. When you sit
that
in,
shit was funny.
when y'all sit in court, if you ever have to go, even if it's traffic court, pay attention
Yeah.
to what's being said
Yeah.
and what the judge is saying. Because if it's not irrelevant to that case, if you pulled over for speeding, they trying to trial you for speeding. Fuck the cocaine you got in the car.
Exactly.
Was you speeding?
Yeah, and I mean, like when she tried to do that shit, I was like, damn, she
Yeah.
really out to get me. And I mean, knowing that she get everything she fucking like, it was crazy. But anyway,
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's the thing. Like, it's funny though, but yeah, I haven't, knock on wood as of yet. You know what I mean? I'm saving that.
yeah. I got a question. So what comedian inspires you?
You know who got me started? Martin. When I was young, my mom dropped a CD on my desk called "Talking Shit," and it was a Martin Lawrence album,
Yeah.
and it was life changing. I would listen to it at night, and then Def Jam came out.
Right.
So when everybody was partying in high school and all that, I was in the house watching
Studying.
Def Jam on illegal cable. You know
Not
what I
even
mean?
knowing you were studying, but you were studying.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. And then by the time, like, my sense of humor developed, and then I became by that time, I had made friends that were like legit that I'm still cool with to this day, and my personality developed to where I didn't give a fuck no more, and then I became crazy popular in school. So I went from getting bullied to becoming a bully. And then my mouth was the thing I could bully.
your mouth
I
was
could
the
make
bully,
people
yeah.
cry. You know what I mean? So, it was life changing. And then
was like, mother.
yeah, but my style never mirrored his. They said most people's style mirrors who you admire when you started, but my style never mirrored
Well,
his.
yeah, because you are who you are. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And nobody made you change who you are or anything like that. He might have influenced you to be a comedian.
To start, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But you stayed who you are because you knew that that's what's going to do.
And I bombed a lot. I bombed like 6 months straight.
But you got to bomb, not mean to get better. You know what I mean? So,
Well, I
right?
think the subject matter was dark. I was talking about my first joke. I remember my first joke that I wrote when I started. I didn't start with jokes. My first time in comedy club, I went on stage and got booed because I didn't know about writing jokes or nothing.
You just went up there like, well,
Yeah,
I
I'm funny.
could do
They
this
say I'm
shit.
funny at the lunchroom. Nah, nigga. Nah. And then the second time I went, I wrote a joke. And when I look back, like 14 years later, I still got the same style. My first joke was like,
Yeah, what was it?
It was Sunday where they would boo you. And I was at Uptown Comedy Corner, and I was like, man, I went to church today, and everybody clapped like, yeah. And I was like, man, I go to church for different reasons now. And they was like, right. And I was like,
Waiting
yo,
for
when
it.
I was young, I went to church because my parents made me go. Now I go for the hoes. And then people were just like,
That's funny.
boom.
That's
It
funny, though.
exploded, right?
That's funny though.
One time.
Yeah, shit.
The second time, all booze from there. And then the second joke I wrote was about incest.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I was like, I got
So you went from hoes in church to incest.
incest.
You wild as fuck, boy.
Yeah, I
They
was
was
like,
like,
In Atlanta too, Bible
Yeah,
Belt.
they
in
was
Atlanta.
like, what the fuck am I?
I was like, man, you ever got caught looking in somebody's window? And then people were like, what? I was like, man, I went and I looked in this window and it was fresh out the shower, this motherfucker wiping off, and I'm looking at the titties and shit. She turned around and see me like, boy, what the fuck you doing? And I'm like, mama, I got locked out the house. Can you go open the door? Can you go open the door? And niggas was like, whoa, boo.
They didn't have a sense of humor,
Yeah,
nigga.
that's
Because that
hilarious,
shit is
bro.
fucking funny. Both of those
Fucking
shits is funny,
hilarious.
nigga.
But
Like,
you don't realize, I didn't realize, like, niggas don't really deal with sarcasm like that.
nah,
at the
see,
time.
I'm a sarcasm nigga.
And Ron G, who everybody know here,
yeah.
who went by honey mustard at the time. Speaking of some funny shit, he crossed me over. He took me to White Rooms for the first time, and when I did White Rooms, people would laugh at the shit.
Yeah.
I did mainstream rooms, and then I had more success in mainstream rooms. But I still write jokes for us.
Yeah.
They just hit harder in those rooms.
Yeah, so I mean, but so the thing is like you know that you got to write for white people and black people, or,
No, I
do
do.
you keep everything
Right
the
for
same?
himself, right?
I write for myself and us. Like I'm really talking to us. I'm talking to us.
Yeah.
But it's sarcastic.
Okay.
The age joking shit is for us. They just like it more. But then I realized my fan base isn't like a color thing. It's a people like who parents might have died from AIDS or who had alcoholism or who might have thought about killing themselves. So it's like this whole group now. I just stepped into my lane as of now. So when doing the Shy and stuff, let me know like this is what I think is funny.
Yeah.
Dramatic shit is what I think is funny.
I think it's. I think you need all aspects.
Real quick, what do you think about that dumbass nigga on the Shy?
Which one?
Well, what's his name?
Easy E.
Easy E.
I don't. Here's the thing.
You don't want to say his name.
You had a story about him.
Tiffany Boone is bad as a motherfucker. Though.
This
goddamn,
is what I think.
She
This is what I see when I see him even off stage because I've been to I kicked it with him. You know what I mean? He's a hood nigga from New Orleans. He was from that group.
So he do what niggas do. He try to holler.
When that Katrina stuff happened, and that group came
to Atlanta
from New Orleans, and they were doing all the shooting,
and the city got lit.
He was one of them guys.
Okay. Yeah.
They fucked up Atlanta to a certain extent, my nigga.
But
he did what any nigga would do. He tried to holler at the shorty.
But he still to me, he's one of, I would say one of us. He still got issues. He get triggered easily.
Yeah.
Like he still will hunt for like pussy just like my dad would.
Right.
Like that generation go hard.
Right.
But he would still fight. You seen him on that airplane situation when he was triggered. So that's who you dealing with at the end of the day.
Right.
And I don't know, man. It's sad to me because I think he had chances.
That show was
but
gonna
I
be
still
huge.
think it's sad that they hung him like that. The
industry
The industry put him out like, and it led to me. That's another lynching that you see like now to everybody.
It's
like,
because they know he a hood nigga. You know what I mean? I feel like they was waiting for him to fuck up.
I think
it
it's
wasn't
not
even
that.
that. I just think he had
two
a
white women on set.
If you look at the thing, if you look at
it's
the
two white women,
they
on
was
set,
already
man.
past the shot. He already did the season.
Yeah.
So they let it
That was
slide.
done. Yeah.
It
But
just-
Tiffany
Netflix.
Boone's dude had to come on set
ain't
to
her,
make sure that
It
you know what I
ain't
mean he
her.
wasn't tripping.
Yeah,
the
but
two white
I look
girls
at it
on the
like
movie.
I understand that too. Now I mean,
Yeah.
but Tiffany Boone's fiance had to come on set to make sure he was being
that shit was wrong and bold in the climate we live in now.
right.
But I think it's anybody that's doing dirt, take acting out of it and just look within yourself. As the times you do fucked up things or you might do fucked up things, you get so many warnings from the universe.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, this the last time.
Right.
I'm gonna let
Right.
you run this red light or whatever. It could be something small you're doing before the cops.
Yeah.
By the time you get your ticket, you like, you know what? I deserve that shit.
Mhm.
I done ran so many red lights, whatever. You know.
I think
so
he deserves a second chance.
he had the second chance.
I'm talking about third chance.
Bro, I just get tired of. I just get
Three strike roll. Now, I mean, I just want to see him work. I just want to see him work.
I wanted to see him work too, but as we just said earlier, how many times we want to get out the hood? We want to get out the hood,
Yeah.
and then you present it with these opportunities, and you just fumble the opportunity away by doing dumb shit.
Good thing for
You know
him
what I'm saying?
is Straight Outta Compton and The Shy will forever be in.
I mean, he gonna get some money from it.
So
he
he'll
gonna get
always
some money
get
from it, but
residuals, hopefully.
So I mean,
I always look at the internals. So I think is a lot going on. I think it's issues that he got to deal with that, but then it's issues of in this moment of this Me Too and everybody coming out that he did it in this time.
the wrong,
and then it still
time.
was swept under the rug.
Right.
So they gave him chances.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You're right.
They didn't even
some-
give.
some-
It's
some
white
people
people
are
that didn't
really
even get
sick.
those
Yeah.
chances.
No, I mean, you definitely right. But I do want to get So you just came back from France, right?
Yeah, I was in France. I went to France for the first time.
So
was you out there for comedy?
Yeah, was you out
No,
there
I
for
wasn't, man. It's crazy because I don't. You know, if some of y'all ain't even never heard of me, but I live a life of a person who's above me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Which
Yeah.
is weird because I
No. There's nothing wrong with
Look,
that.
my lady took me to Maldives last year for my birthday. You know what I mean?
Yo, I heard that shit.
She
is
took you
dope.
where?
The Maldives.
Yeah. I heard
You know
that
what I
shit.
mean?
I
And I
heard the
posted
beach
that.
is dope. I heard the beach is
He's
dope.
about.
It
He's
is.
about to tell us.
Can I-
'cause
can
he's
I-
been- no,
Well,
nigga,
Can I
let
talk
him
with him?
talk.
Can I talk with him, nigga?
It's all the beach. It's the island you can walk in 10 minutes. It's
Back
1,000
up, nigga.
islands. You know what I mean? And I'm in acid in the water. You know, talking to the first living creature that crawled out of the water. connected. You know what I mean, to the universe.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna show you a picture when it's over. Me in the tub on acid, and I had nothing but water around me, and I'm like, man, how did I end up? I'm living this life. How I end up in the Dead Sea? You know, I only did comedy because my instinct, because I quit. My instincts was like, this will take you to the promised land. And 2 years ago, I'm in the Dead Sea floating. Like, how the fuck did I get here?
I keep hearing about Maldives.
But yeah, I was in France I'm in France in a 145M Beamer. Driving 160, 180 kilometers an hour.
Are you serious?
Like
On
this shit
acid?
is no.
How fast is that?
nigga.
I mean, miles per hour.
You're
How
still
fast is
doing a
that?
little bit over 100, but it's still like I
It's
can't
fast.
believe I'm in a Europe. I mean, this is like for somebody who like cars like me.
Yeah.
This is a dream. I'm on a windy
Right.
road in the mountains, and a M. You know what I mean? With a person that I love. I'm in a stable relationship. Take all that other shit out of the way. I'm in a relationship that balanced me out.
Right.
Like my first relationship failed.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me expectations. I didn't know that what a man was or what a man should do.
Yeah.
My relationship now, my girl father is an addict. My father was an addict. We got same house. She from another
Right.
country.
Right.
She don't have the expectations of me.
Where's she from?
She from Tel Aviv. She from Israel.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But they just as gangster as black women.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you know what I
Right.
mean? Well, they have to serve in the military
Yeah,
and
they
shit
gotta
like
do
that.
military time.
So, I mean, it's like,
Krav Maga.
this is the most normal my life has been. Like, when I get cussed out now, I'm like, this shit is normal. Niggas get cussed out by their girls all the time. You know what I mean? So that part right there gives me the confidence to let them be like, I could build from here.
It's a good feeling. It's a
Yeah,
good
it's a
feeling.
good feeling. You know what I mean?
Feeling, man.
And I look at guys who are married, like this guy who raised, now he got family on top of it. I'm like, I
Right.
want that. That's the dream now.
Yeah.
Y'all can have all the fame and all that shit.
Right.
This
Now,
is
I
what it's
mean,
about.
you progressed,
Yeah, I made it through something, and now
Yeah.
the dream is to like
and you got your balance.
balance. Yeah,
You know
the
what I'm saying? Now,
fulfillment.
I mean, real quick, I just want to talk about April Jones real quick. Do you know who April Jones is?
Yeah.
Okay, so April Jones is Omarion's baby mom.
Okay.
So supposedly she's pregnant by Lil Fizz.
Shit.
And you know Lil Fizz
God
and
damn.
Omarion and them
In the
was in the same group. So right
And
now,
they was just on tour.
yeah, the tour just ended. Know what I mean? And then now it's all coming out since like July 2nd or something like that, that she might be pregnant by Lil Fizz. Now, I mean, how do you feel? Now, I mean, how does everybody feel about if one of your boys, you know what I mean, your label
Guys,
mate,
how you
know what I mean, I'm gonna get to that. You know what I mean, but I want to ask y'all first. Know what I mean, because I'm just bringing up the topic. Know what I mean, how do you feel about one of your boys, know what I mean, getting, know what I mean, your ex's pregnant?
Is her and Omarion still together? Or were
No,
they together?
no.
I
I mean,
listen, I would pat that nigga on the back, be like, "She your problem now, dog."
no, I mean, but
Congrats, nigga, that bitch is crazy. You
I
know
think-
what I went through.
But 5 years ago, I mean, Omarion was calling her, I mean, his soulmate.
I
But
think
he-
I
but
think
they
something
ain't.
wrong. I think something. Maybe myself. I kind of think something wrong with it.
I do.
And I had a
definitely-
situation not like that, but similar where the trust was broken, and it almost got dangerous.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Explain.
I can't explain.
Okay.
It's
All
one of
right.
those
All
Hold
right.
on, time out.
It was too
Nigga,
real.
you from the streets, nigga. You know
Yeah.
when a nigga give you a
As soon as you
brief
said I
detail,
can't, now I mean, I said okay.
Yeah,
But
I
you
nigga.
should have caught that from the
Now-
beginning, nigga. I thought you was
now-
from Camden.
And you know, I talk about a lot
Nigga, I
of shit.
am.
It's too much involved.
Yeah. No. It's cool. Okay. So Trey,
So,
I mean,
but
so
the thing is, with this situation and being in show business now,
yeah.
and my lady is a creator, and as people, I've lost friends dating her that I thought was cool because I didn't know they wanted to holler at her.
Oh damn.
So I see how small
Damn,
this thing is now.
That's fucked up.
No, this thing is real. It's
fucked
it's
up.
it's very small. It's very it's very small, and I'm seeing it. now.
Black
I'm like,
Hollywood is small.
this shit is crazy.
What
Okay.
I've learned in my older age, I mean, and it don't work for everybody. It's like, bro, like I really don't get too much into my emotions. You know what I'm saying? Because what I understand is that you can't control other people. You know what I'm saying?
Hypothetically
Let me
speaking,
finish.
go ahead.
Let me
Go
finish.
ahead. Go ahead.
You can't control other people, bro.
Mhm.
So it's like, listen, people gonna do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like apparently, Omarion's baby mama and Lil Fizz did what they did. I just look at it like, nigga, why am I gonna give y'all people my energy?
That's the thing.
Okay,
You know
now
what
I mean,
let me
but
finish.
then
Let me
Go ahead.
finish.
Go ahead. I thought you was
Why
done.
am I gonna give you my energy? Because guess what? Y'all already did it. You fucked. You had a baby. Guess what? Bitch, I didn't want you anyway, which is why I left you. Nigga, you faulty or foul anyway, which is why our group broke up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, guess what? Let them motherfuckers do them. You take care of your kid and you move on.
I'm gonna
Keep living the life that you living. Stop worrying about other motherfuckers and stop giving them your energy.
This is the
nigga.
realest thing my mama said. This is the realest thing my mama said, and this was shut some shit down for me.
Yeah.
She said, if you do this thing, what you thinking to do, and you be upset, they're gonna come visit you in prison together,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and you're gonna be behind the prison wall.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but
This
but
nigga's the
I
most
mean,
emotional nigga I know.
listen.
No, I feel
listen,
it. I feel him.
Listen,
but
though, I
still.
mean, but it's like, okay, if I was with somebody and you know we had a kid together, now I mean, I thought this was gonna be the love of my life. Now I mean, one of my niggas, now I mean, hypothetically speaking, now I mean you, now I mean, end up. Not even you, not I mean because you married. Not I mean, but like Kush, not I mean gets with like, not I mean one of my exes, and they end up having a baby. Now I mean, hypothetically speaking, you know what I'm saying? Now I mean, like, and they had. Now I mean, wouldn't you think that like, okay, this nigga was looking at my bitch the whole time?
Yeah, you would.
Now I
but
mean,
still.
now I mean,
know
I mean,
that
like,
way.
I mean, wouldn't that make you feel a certain type of way?
And you
and
told-
be like, yo, you supposed to be my boy. You know what I mean,
true.
but you really wasn't being my nigga.
Well,
Because
he was your
Oh,
nigga,
listen,
but you told him everything about your girl, and she was around, and he looking at her, and she do dope shit for you. But and you
does that make it right though?
it
But
ain't
what it does
it
is
ain't
guys,
right, but
is-
it happens.
One thing.
I understand it happened. I
I'm talking
mean,
about-
I
one
don't
thing
agree
about-
with the
Look
whole
at the
shit, bro.
Untouchables.
I don't agree.
Look
with
how the
it.
Untouchables was broke down when that nigga went to prison, and his second in command got with his lady. He didn't
I
even
understand
snitch
it. Now I
to
mean,
them.
But
but
here's
but
the
still,
thing.
though. Now I mean,
You got to pay attention to the
I don't
You
pattern.
gotta
agree
learn to
with-
let people be
I don't
people.
agree with
nigga.
that,
Whether
man.
you
I
agree
mean-
to it or
Don't matter
not,
if you agree to
you
it.
got to
Guess
look
what?
at
They
what
still
the
doing it.
universe has shown you throughout time, how this shit happens.
I mean,
Look, let me
you
ask you
could
a
look at it like
Let me ask
like
you a
that.
question.
I mean, and be like, you want to know what? It wasn't supposed to be that.
Hold
It's
on,
supposed to
time
be this.
Let me ask you a question.
You
What
can
if
look at it
that-
like
what
that,
if that
yeah.
happens and then you get mad and you go beat them up? Guess what? You think they don't stop fucking around?
Nope.
You think the
Nah.
baby gonna go
Nah,
away? No, it's
I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying I'm gonna go beat somebody the fuck up.
Real
Know what I mean,
shit, the nigga,
I'm
the,
just saying. Know what I mean,
Hold on.
like
the
really,
girl you with
Hold
now,
on, time
you gonna
out.
know the nigga that's probably gonna
Yeah.
smash
Time
it
out, B,
after
real
that.
quick. Let me rewind for a second.
I'm older now, Trey.
I remember when Dice first started in our shop.
I'm older now.
Nigga, this nigga was probably there.
was 2
This-
weeks
this-
ago.
No. Listen, this was probably like this nigga Dice was probably at the shop like 3 weeks.
This
at the
shit was
time.
funny. This shit is funny.
This nigga walks into the shop. Or actually, we had been working there, and then you know the everybody got there. This nigga goes.
It's
and
like
just-
a year in. It's like a year.
No,
in.
nigga, that shit wasn't that. Hell no, nigga. This was less than a month in,
Are you serious?
and on everything I love. This was less than a month in. This nigga turns.
I
down
didn't even
the
know these
radio.
niggas. Know what I mean, I
This
didn't know
nigga
these
turns down the radio. Nigga, pause the radio. I want to make an announcement in front of the shop. This nigga. Said,
I waited too. Know what I mean, I
this
waited
nigga
till
said-
everybody got
yeah,
there.
and that's
I
exactly
I
what he
waited till
said.
Ali
He was
got
like,
there.
I wanted to wait till everybody got here, but
I remember this.
my baby
remember
mama,
this.
hold on, my baby mama said one of you niggas tried to get it.
I
out.
remember this. I
Nigga,
remember this.
we all look around like
Who?
we don't even know your
Right,
baby mama.
I
Like
remember this.
that nigga said.
I remember this.
We was like, no, Dice, like we don't know your baby mama. We don't want to holler at her. He's like, no, I'm just saying. Because we all working in the shop together, even though I'm not with her, I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all try to get in my baby mama, it's gonna be a problem.
Well, I don't. First off, I don't think nothing wrong with that. I don't think nothing wrong with that. First off, yeah.
Listen, there is something wrong with that when we don't even know your ass or your baby mama.
It don't. It
What
don't
the
matter.
thing of it is, this nigga allows.
I just had a later. I just had a later
First
rule
off-
down. I had a
First
later
off-
rule. I had a. No, I mean, I had a
What she
later
said
rule
to that
down.
nigga, look, what she said, look, she saw that nigga was, she saw he wasn't tripping
Yeah.
off the shit she said, so she said, you know what? Matter of fact, one of
Yeah.
the niggas you work at tried to get at me.
Look, here's the thing.
Ooh, that's it.
maybe
that
to a-
nigga to a
That nigga-
friend.
You know what I
I
realized?
remember that shit.
To a functioning
That's like
person,
2014.
what y'all call normal society, he shouldn't have did that. But to a nigga like with that issue that sit at home and have to try to play Xbox, with that shit going through his head, or play whatever them shooting games.
I had to
they
get
play
that
now.
shit off my
yeah,
chest.
you gotta
Know
let
what I mean?
niggas know.
I was like, yo. Know what I mean? Like, y'all gonna know who the fuck I am,
Nigga,
right?
we-
Yeah.
Right
that
now,
nigga
nigga. Know what I mean?
that nigga got
Ain't
that
none
shit
of
off
this
his
shit
chest,
gonna
so
be
we was
going
looking like-
down.
This nigga's crazy.
I was like,
mean, whatever you think, it don't matter. He could be.
I said it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to get that out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I had to let people know. You know what I mean? How the fuck I felt
I call
because
it setting the tone.
yeah, exactly.
So if you could call me crazy, but I'm just letting.
Nah.
I just let you know whatever you think
can
of
set
me.
a tone.
I
but
did set the
nigga,
tone.
Don't set the tone on your baby mama. We don't.
Nah, no, because it was really said. Know what I mean? So
Here's
know what I
the
mean?
thing.
I had to be like, yo,
What,
know what I mean?
the tone that nigga set for
Listen.
us is that we knew she had total control over this nigga's psyche
Yeah.
by
No.
telling this
It's
nigga
all
shit
good,
like
though.
that. That's
It's
all-
all
Whatever.
That was
Now, I
the
mean,
tone he
and
set.
that-
But
and
but
that's
at the same time, I let y'all know how the fuck I got down.
Yeah, and that's
Nigga,
the
we didn't
point.
give a fuck.
Hey.
That what you didn't understand. We didn't give a fuck.
And that's the point
Hey,
of my
all right.
stand-up comedy, to let you know that I might be that those thoughts might be crazy, and yeah, she might have a control on me, but it is what it is, and I'm having an experience right now, and I'm allowed to have that.
Yeah, exactly. Know what I mean? I gotta let that shit out. I feel you on that.
The only person that can make me mad truly is my wife. You know, really. Other than that, I don't really listen. Even if I
How
have
would
an
you feel if you
argument-
broke up with you? Know what I mean, if you and your wife got a divorce and somebody started fucking with her that you knew and got her fucking pregnant?
Keyword divorce. It means hold on, time out. Listen, like I'm a person, bro.
Be honest.
I'm being honest.
All
You
right.
gonna listen?
All
I'm a
right.
person like this, nigga. Once if shit didn't work out between us, and I'm not with you, it was that for a reason. Why the fuck am I gonna get mad at a nigga for fucking somebody that apparently I don't like no more any goddamn way?
Let me tell you something.
But
That
you
shit
wouldn't
don't
think.
make no. I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
But
I
you
don't-
wouldn't.
We
I don't
say that
care.
now,
Listen
but
to me. Know what I mean,
This-
but you wouldn't think that that nigga was. Know what I mean, was looking at your wife the whole time.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
You wouldn't think
I'm gonna
that.
tell you like this because I used to be that nigga who would nut up over shit like that. I remember, nigga, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. My ex-fiance, this nigga was trying to get with her. They're married now. You know what I'm saying? I remember this nigga showed up at a party, and I knew the nigga wanted to get with her, and the nigga gonna tell me, hey man, yeah, I don't want your girl. Your girl loves you.
Nigga, I'll punch you in the face.
Nigga, I pulled that pistol out. And nigga showed me like, hey, nigga, come on. Nigga, listen. But I realized, and guess what? Now they're married. What if I had a shot that nigga? What if I had, like,
They
all of
wouldn't
that
be
shit,
married.
like, they wouldn't be
They wouldn't be
married, but guess
married.
what?
You would be in jail.
I would be in jail. And guess what? Right now, all these years later, I don't give a fuck.
Look, man.
You know, like, real shit.
But
So
you wasn't
what-
with her
what-
as long as you is with
no,
your wife
time out.
now. Know what I mean,
but listen, but what
I'm saying now.
what
Take
I'm
it out
saying-
of that,
listen,
look.
I took from
Go
that
ahead.
situation.
I
From-
drove out here in a 1992 all black Honda Prelude.
Mm-hmm.
If I see that bitch today, and the nigga driving that shit, I'm gonna go say something to her. Like, nigga, you know that was my car, and the goddamn,
Man, like,
hey, you know that was my
I don't
car.
know.
That shit funny.
I
That shit funny.
I just took from that previous situation. It's like, you know
Shout to
what?
Peter.
People gonna do what they
Yeah.
do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Reserve that energy for something that you can input into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of stressing it, because that negative energy, when you mad, what's that do? Nigga, I'm older now. We older now. That shit shoot your blood pressure up.
Yeah.
Stress is the #1 killer of people, period. So that's what I'm saying. I don't believe in getting stressed and giving that energy to people who are not making a difference in my
All right,
life.
well, I mean,
So if we are exes or divorced or any of that shit, nigga, why am
Wise
I gonna
words.
why am I
I
gonna
agree.
dedicate
Wise
that
words.
well, you
energy
want to know
to
what?
you?
I was 35. Not me when I did what I did.
Nigga,
so.
that's
You
still
was an
that's
old-ass
old.
man.
Nigga,
Man,
that's
fuck
still
that.
old.
I do that
Old-ass
shit
man.
now.
I still, yeah, exactly.
Nigga,
Know
I
what
was
mean?
at a
still
I was
feel
at
the
a
same
Dodger
goddamn
Stadium
way,
and I
nigga.
was hungry. I wanted some fries.
Anybody holler at any of my exes? You know what I
Hey,
mean?
I was at the Dodger Stadium and I was hungry as fuck. I wanted some fries, and the lady didn't speak English, and I was like, "Give me some fries." And then the national anthem started playing, and this bitch took off her hat and turned toward the flag and put her hat, and I was like, "No, this don't affect you."
I wasn't
Yeah,
surprised.
I want some fries, bitch. You know what I mean? I'll get your. Don't be trying to front. Don't be trying to front. You know what I mean? You better give my fries if I call them people.
Better give my motherfucking
It's
fries.
little shit that
goddamn.
pisses me off.
Yeah.
It's little shit that pisses me
All
off.
right, so we got to great wrap this up, man. Let the people know where they can follow you, anything that you got coming up, where they can come see you
Yeah.
perform, and any of that.
Look,
Yeah,
man,
please do.
follow me at ByronBowersLive.com. You get all my tour dates. I'm about to go to Just for Laughs in Montreal. I'm going to do a mental health panel. I'll talk about that. I'm going to be in Hong Kong for the film release. I'm in Honey Boy. It's a movie with Shia LaBeouf talking about his alcoholic father and
That's
how he
big.
got PTSD. That comes out November the 8th. So look forward to that. If anything else, go see my dates. I'm always at the Comedy Store late night. And look forward to this film coming out. You gonna cry, you gonna laugh, you know what I mean? You gonna have a moment.
That's what's
For
up,
sure.
bro.
What's up, man?
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Thank y'all for having me, man.
No problem,
We gotta get
bro.
you back again.
Yeah,
No, I
you
mean,
gotta
I
come
like
back.
that. I like
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
No
I like
doubt.
this. I
No
like this.
doubt.
I
All right,
like
this
this.
has been another episode of Barbershop
Barbershop
Talk
Talk
Like
Like
This.
This.
I'm your host, Trey the Barber.
And this your other host, Dice the Barber.
As always, Kush in the building.
And we got
Byron Bowers.
And we out this bitch.
peace.
Don't you want none of
100.
that spider? Be careful.